Hey boys and girls, it's Garry Dean, and I'm about to work on this brand spanking new, well, I shouldn't say brand spanking new, he's had it for a while, already had a couple of issues. He had some dealership work done, not great work by the way, and so the car has been buffed, it's all hacked to crap, and I gotta fix it, because that's what I do. So it's a 2015 Corvette Stingray, black on black on black. At this point, I did a traditional wash, which I generally don't do. I generally will use the Garry Dean wash method with my infinite use detail juice inside. But I used my soap, the Perfect soap, which is pretty amazing and highly concentrated, in a foam cannon, which is there, with the AR-118 pressure washer and deionized water system that I get from All Florida Water. Anyway, it's not quite dry yet, but you can see some water spots and stuff like that from, I don't know, I would imagine from maybe a sprinkler system. You can see all those buffer trails and holograms in the paint. I mean, it really does not look as crisp and clear as it should. See, that fender looks like hell. I'm gonna fix all of that. Got swirls, water spots, holograms. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on this thing. I'm gonna get it looking absolutely stunningly amazing. You can't see it in this door right now, I don't think. I mean, you can see all the swirls for sure. See the buffer trails in the mirror. He had this door, the quarter panel, and the mirror all painted. You can see they did a not a good job inside here. All those crow's feet. But he opted not to have them fix it. You can see all the overspray right here from the bad situation. There's overspray, there's buffer burn, all kinds of stuff. You can see all of that. So it's my job to fix it all. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I can get an angle where you can see it, but there are horrible scratches in here. The wet sanding scratches they didn't remove. You can see some of that right there and all over there. I'll show you in the light before I start to polish, but they're all over this door, all in here, really bad right here. I mean, you can just, it's horrible. I don't know how a dealership can put out this kind of work. I mean, the only thing I can even figure that makes any sense is that most people don't see what I see. But that's all right. I'm the detailer for the 1% of people who understand what I do. So if you want all of this fixed, if you got all this on your car, buffer trails, holograms, water spots, scratches, swirl marks, haziness, any of that, that's what I do. That's what I fix. GarryDeanDetailing.com, DetailJuice.com, and RawDetailTV.com. Yeah, that's right. I train detailers to be better detailers. If you're a detailer who wants to step up your game, check out RawDetailTV.com. It's a yearly subscription service. I update all the time with new videos. But give me a day, I'll straighten it right out. This particular car is getting compound polish and then I'm gonna apply G-Technique C1 on the entire exterior. I'm gonna follow that with my Vitality Shield. I'm also going to be coating and Vitality shielding the wheels. I will probably also hand polish these wheels because they look kind of poopy. But that's where we're at. Got to get it all straightened out, make it look like it should. So without further ado, I'm going to pull it inside, blow out all the cracks and crevices with the I generally use the Blaster Sidekick right here to blow out all the cracks and crevices. So I'm gonna get right on that right now, and we'll go from there. All right, we're back inside. It's all dry, and I'm doing some testing. And so I've compounded just this side of the center section of the hood, basically where my hand is, right there. I've compounded and polished this section, but I've done nothing down here or around. You can see where all the water spots are on that side and how deep and dark and much clearer that side is. And man, you can also see the increased gloss over here. So I did just a little bit of testing. I got a couple more things I'm going to try before I make a commitment to jump right into a combo. But for the most part, it's looking really good. Show you with my LED. I mean, you can see what kind of nasty funk we're working with. God, it's hard to get. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, it's a lot better. So all kinds of scratched up and nasty. And then up here looks really nice. Now, Corvette clear is traditionally extremely hard, and that is no exception here. Definitely hard. I had to really hit it hard to get the results I got. You can see how much better it looks here than here. I mean, the haze alone is dramatic over here. So I'm going to try a couple different things, and I'll show you on the door when the angle is better. But those water spots, those are nasty. A mother effer to remove, but it is what it is. That's how I roll. It's what I do. I'm going to keep on keeping on. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, now I got a better angle. I can show you what's going on. You see how nasty it is, all the holograms and grossness. Ugh. And so all I've done is compounded. I haven't polished this, but I'm using Minzerna FG400. That stuff is pretty amazing. You can see all the holograms. It's nasty. I've already done the hood, but you know, the bottom line is it's not perfect, but it's brand new. You should not, as a detailer or a paint restoration specialist, as I would call myself, you should not go hacking away at this thing with rocks in a bottle type compounds until every defect is gone. I don't believe in 100% perfection. It's not reality. What is reality is that this is a brand new car. The clear coat needs to last the whole life of the car unless you have it repainted, and then you have to worry about diminished value because it's not the original paint, and the potential buyer wondering what happened to make the car have a respray, which we definitely are dealing with that on this particular car. The driver door had a repair. Well, actually, they replaced the door and repaired the quarter panel, and then resprayed it because of the damage. But in this particular case, in every case where I go about compounding, I want to preserve the structural integrity of the factory clear coat as best I can, and remove all I can while leaving enough clear behind to polish it again in the future. Because the bottom line is, this is black. There's no metallic in it. It is the worst of the worst to keep looking amazing. So with the correction that I'm doing, he's going to get all those swirl marks are gone. I mean, you can see. I mean, it's dramatic. All the swirls are gone. All that haze is going to be gone. It's going to look amazing, but you just don't want to go hacking at it. And there's a huge concern for me of, you know, detailers or so-called detailers out there that are just hacking away at paint, burning, you know, edges and all kinds of stuff like that. When all you've got to do is pay a little bit more attention to what you're doing, focus on the area at hand, 2x2 section at a time, and don't go too deep. That's the bottom line. Don't take off more clear than you need to make the customer happy. And that's what we're about. If you're in business to make money, your customer should be your #1 priority. So in this case, the clear coat is the #1 priority because I want to make the customer happy without doing too much cutting on the clear. That's important. So anyway, I have found a combo that works, and I'm going to keep cranking with that, and then polish this puppy and put some G-Technique C1 on it for some protection. And then I'll top that with my Vitality Shield from DetailJuice.com. All right, I just did a serious compounding pass on the door here. You can see how nasty it is and how clear it is over here. It is not perfect. This thing is wrecked for being pretty much brand new, but you can see how nasty that is compared to how this is. Still needs to be polished, you know, and the polish is going to have some abrasive to help shave off the edges a little bit more, but the clarity is quite intense compared to how it is right there. Yucky poo poo ka. Good. Whatever. I am at the nasty door now. Well, it's awesome. My light doesn't want to work. Okay. I know that you guys see that. It is just horrible. Those are wet sanding scratches. See that? So I gotta attempt to remove all that and all of this and make all of this look better. See how nasty it is? I mean, all these holograms. This is the door that was repainted, along with this quarter panel. See how nasty it is? So I will probably cut the door in half with masking tape and show you what that looks like after I fix this area. So I'll be right back. All right, it's been a long couple of days working on this Corvette, and I'm finally happy with the end result. I had a few things to deal with, like the repaint on the door, or the driver door, and the quarter panel. As you saw earlier, well, maybe you didn't see it. I will show you that section where all those sanding scratches were is perfect. And you can see that the paint is damn near well, it is not perfect. Because why? Because perfection is not reality. But it's not all swirled up. It's nice and crisp and clear and black, which is what's important. So that was the point. This thing was pretty hacked up. It's been in and out of the dealer. They've been working on it, buffing on it, and all that stuff. But as you can see, it's crazy glossy. So on the paint, I compounded with Minzerna Fast Gloss 400, the Rupees LHR 21E, and the 6.5-inch Meguiar's microfiber cutting pads. So I compounded the whole car with that. I followed that with what I followed that with. I followed that with Sonak's Perfect Finish. That's right. And then after I polished with that, I gave it 2 alcohol wipe downs and applied G-Technique C1 to the entire exterior. That stuff's pretty awesome. I find that it has the same durability as all of the other products that I've ever used as far as coatings go. I like the looks of it because it's a silica based nanoglass coating versus an acrylic resin, like one of the leading products on the market, which I do not use anymore. I prefer this. Like by far, I prefer G-Technique C1 over everything else. You know, it's just I've been testing it for a long time versus all the other products on the market that you could get, or that I could get. A lot of you guys can't get the pro versions. And pound for pound, G-Technique C1 just is up there with the best of the best and excels greatly. Plus it looks amazing. So, but because C1 doesn't have the most hydrophobic properties on the planet, I let the C1 cure overnight, the coating I put on the entire car. Then I coated the wheels last night before I left. And then today I came in and put a second coat on the whole front end, the mirror backs, the front of the A-pillars, and a third of the roof in the front. I let that cure for 4 hours in between while I went in and did the door jams and did some other stuff around here. And then after that, like just a few minutes ago, I applied my Vitality Shield from DetailJuice.com to the entire exterior. And that is a hard shell polymer coating that gives you just insane slickness, gloss, awesome protection. When you use the Garry Dean maintenance program, which is available now, but you'll have more information. You'll be able to find that information on the brand new DetailJuice.com. So look out for that. It's a maintenance program I put together for my products to make your car look amazing at all times. And the Vitality Shield is really the heart and soul of the maintenance program. So it also gives you packages or whatever to go by if you're a consumer or an enthusiast. So anyway, everything's coated. That is on the tires. That is my transform dressing. Straight up, not diluted. That looks amazing as well. No sling, it's dry to the touch. So, alright guys, 2015 Corvette Stingray. I'm calling it done. Get some shots when I bring it out. So, thanks for watching. Check out DetailJuice.com, RawDetailTV.com. If you want to learn how I do things, learn how to make more money if you're detailing, save some time if you're an enthusiast. Boom, baby. All right, as promised, I'm shooting the last portion of the video on some sun shots. Looks pretty good. Man, it looks really good. I explained what I did in the earlier segments of the video. I just wanted to show you guys out in the sun. If you don't show it in the sun, it didn't happen, I guess. But there you go. Fortunately, the paint was fresh enough where it looks awesome. It matches really well.
They did a decent job with that part of it.
All right, that's about it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.